Riders, community contributions, and the future of transit. Today's riders do not like to be constrained. They want to take the bus, or walk, or bike, Uber, or hop on a van pool. Time is their most precious resource. They want to be connected, and they like convenience. They want options. Yes, today's riders are higher maintenance, but they also possess a very deep connection with their community. They see a bright future. They want jobs in their towns, the young to thrive, and they appreciate the wisdom of the elderly. Clean air and neighborhoods, to take proper care of those in need, access better ways to get to work, to medical appointments and education. Developing fluid ways for riders to get around is how transit has evolved. Yes, ways, plural. Bus, light rail, Uber, taxi, walking, biking, van pooling. In fancier terms, the transit industry calls it shared use mobility. It's the transportation nirvana, everything centered on the rider. And that means every rider. Every mode of transportation is expected to be inclusive, so all riders with disabilities can enjoy the many benefits of transportation. To achieve shared use mobility, some core things are needed to make it really work. One big one is technology. Technology sits at the heart of swapping data so riders can plan trips and get everything such as where they should go next and bus arrival times in real time on the smartphone. Both public and private transportation providers alike need to partner and share information so riders can get information quickly and accurately. There also needs to be an easy way to pay for fares across all different transportation modes so riders don't get confused. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. While trip planning and automated fare collection help facilitate getting around town, what does centered on the rider really mean? After taking his ride, what do they all add up to? Is he more loyal to one mode versus another, and why? Does it make him feel like he's contributing to his community? To jobs? The environment? These are the types of questions that today's transit leaders are and should be asking. Transit agencies already steeped in public service are well positioned to step up and give riders opportunities that allow them to contribute to the community. If we start with automated fare collection, for example, the one guaranteed way for riders to interact with an agency, doors open to rider data, revealing rider preferences. How often does a rider take transit? Where does a rider get on and off? And what type of transportation does that rider prefer, such as weekdays, weekends, or rush hour instead of lunch hours? All of this data can be used to elevate the rider experience and tailor community contribution programs that really matter to the individual rider. Let's see how this is applied. John rode transit during the weekday and then uses loyalty points to pay for a bike share to take his family on a bike ride on the weekend. The next week, he decides to donate his points to someone else who needs a ride. Up goes his community score. His community score goes up even more when he takes the bus and can see that he has saved enough energy to light a house for 3 months, or reduce the carbon footprint, saving 6,000 pounds of carbon emissions by taking public transit. Providing community incentives for rides can take on many other forms, some borrowed from other industry sectors and others unique to transit. From here emerges a different kind of transit-rider relationship. Transit is a leader in this new era of shared use mobility across different modes and the community, one with a mission of enabling riders to do good by engaging in more sustainable travel. It takes showing riders the fruits of what their daily actions, such as simply hopping on a bus, have yielded, and linking it to the riders in meaningful ways. Instead of being just one mode or one segment of the community, transit becomes central to the community. It's here, and it's the future of transit.